Tony D and Little Joan, and this is a screenwriter's rant on The Convert, starring Guy Pearce. It's about, those dudes that do the shout and have the face tattoos. They're not in Australia, they're in New Zealand. Those dudes. And the Englishmen who encounter them, and there's a war. And Guy Pearce is caught in the middle trying to negotiate peace. But the tribes don't want peace. They want to kill each other. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 14. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So this is very much a Guy Pearce movie. He's a good actor. I like to see him. And I like the way they're portraying the natives because it seems authentic. I don't know that much about the New Zealand Kiwis. Are they Kiwis? Or is that just anybody on New Zealand? But there are some girls in it who fight. I'm not so sure that's historically accurate. Guy Pearce does some fighting, I guess. And then I'm not sure if the convert means he's converted to their way of life or the other way around. But it's called The Convert. Seems like it's historically based. Screenplay by Shane Danielson and Lee Tamahori. Directed by Lee Tamahori. I don't know much about the history of this place. So, July 12th, I believe, is the day it comes out. Yeah, July 12th, all theaters. I like Guy Pearce. He's a good actor. I don't know much about the tribal warfare that these guys had in that era. It looks authentic. I want to believe Hollywood could actually pull something off that looks fairly authentic with regard to the indigenous people without turning them into all heroes, because that's the way they are these days in Hollywood. But it doesn't look that way. And I'm just going to assume that even though some of the women are fighting, that's okay in this particular culture. But I'm a little iffy on that. Again, I don't know the history, but it doesn't appear to be too girl bossy. Doesn't appear to be, but I'm always suspicious of that these days because Hollywood has let me down so many times. But you'll get a good performance out of Guy Pearce. I think he's a pastor. So first act, he goes out to the colony and meets all the other guys and becomes the pastor, I guess. And then there's trouble a brewing with the local natives, and he knew one of the guys, so he goes out there to try to negotiate what the heck's going on. But he says you have to pick one person to die. He won't pick, so the warlord kills the dude and leaves the woman alive. And then I think the woman goes to live with Guy Pearce as his sort of ward. But then the other neighboring tribe are mad, and I don't know, they end up caught in a war. And then she, I guess the native woman, tries to explain the rules of how this all works. And but maybe she's converted to Christianity. I don't know. So say you got these guys doing their shout or whatever. So yeah, and then the ending. Well, I assume it's sort of mildly historically accurate at least. So the ending is sort of a credits roll with what happened to the colony, and I assume now it's, I don't know any of the cities in New Zealand. I assume it's now a big city there, and I don't know. The Kiwis live in harmony with nature and make Lord of the Rings movies. I don't know. Would I see it? Maybe. I think it's more of a streaming situation for me. I don't think I'd go to the theaters for it. Guy Pearce or no. Unless I heard it was fantastic. I'd have to hear from a reliable source that it was very good, and then I'd go see it. But it looks okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So, yeah, why not? The Convert. And that's it for me, Tony D. And little Joan, who keeps licking my hand. Thanks for tuning in today. I will be at the Dover Comic Con on, by the time you see it, Saturday from 10 to 5. And that's all over Dover. It's going to be a big day. I didn't realize what I signed up for until I just looked at all the information. I kind of forgot about it. Then Sunday, I'll be at the Tom's River Show from 10 to 4. And then later, that same night, we're going to do it live on a live stream right here on YouTube starting at 7. Hope to see you there. We'll see you